Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Nigel Schroeder, also known as the King of Navy Fed, and I'm here to bring you guys once again another great YouTube video. If you guys didn't know, you are tuned into the best finance channel on YouTube, and I bring you guys finance information daily. Today, we're doing a 2021 update on a card that I talked about last year that is near and dear to me. Actually, my first secured credit card, and one of my first credit cards. Definitely was a great card for establishing me in the credit game and getting me to where I am today. And of course, that card is the Navy Federal Credit Union nRewards card. So when we're talking about this card, the nRewards card, we're talking about a card that is a secured card. It's offered by a great credit union, and I want to be telling you guys whether or not you should be getting this card depending on your current situation, and how this card may be of benefit to you. Even for those of you who have good credit, and why you may be wanting to check this card out, or you may not. So, of course, here, they're a little introductory. They're just saying, do you want to apply for this card? You can use this card to earn rewards while building your credit. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Right here, this card is best for establishing credit, new credit users, and rebuilding credit. So when we're talking about this card, I used it not only to establish my credit, but also to rebuild my credit. And again, it was one of my first credit cards. It was my first secured card. So, it was a experience to me as a new credit card user. So this was a great card for me. It met those three things for me, and I felt like it was very beneficial to me for those three things. As far as the rates and the fees and the rewards on this card, I break everything down honest and straight up for you guys. So I'm going to break it down for you really quick. 18% as an interest rate. This is a mildly competitive interest rate for a secured credit card. Now, the concept is, if you're getting this card and you're getting a secured credit card overall, the money that you're putting up as a security deposit should be money that you could afford to go without for a while, or get rid of, in a sense. And therefore, when you're using this card, you shouldn't be having to carry a balance. So since you're not carrying a balance, the interest rate really shouldn't matter, for this card. However, even if you are, like I said, it's a pretty competitive interest rate for a first credit card, or for a secured card. There are some secured cards that have slightly lower interest rates, like maybe 14%. But for the most part, secured credit cards and starter credit cards are going to have interest rates of 20% and up. So this is, pretty competitive. It's beating out the rest of the market on that. And now, if you look here, this card has no annual fees, which is always great. I'm always glad to see no annual fees whenever I look at a card, because that just tells me, okay, well, this card is free. You're going to get a credit limit. You're going to be able to leverage it. You can't beat it. So no annual fees is always great. Of course, here, no balance transfer fees. Again, you shouldn't really be carrying balances on this card. But if you do have another card with a higher interest rate, it is an option that you could bring over your balance. So you might want to check that out. No foreign transaction fees. Now, this is another one that's amazing if you want to, go out of country or anything like that. So you could use this card essentially when you're traveling and going different places and not be charged that fee. So you may want to check it out. No cash advance fees. There really are no cash advance fees for this card, or any of the Navy Federal cards for that matter, which is great. The only thing you get charged for is your interest rate. And if your interest rate is less than 18%, they charge you up to 18%, but usually it's 2% more than your actual interest rate. So like if your card has a 11% interest rate, then they'll charge you 13% for your cash advances. Still pretty competitive, still not a bad rate. And they do charge from the day that you start taking the cash advance. So that's about the only real fee that's associated with any of their cards for cash advances. So you may want to check that out also. Right here, this card does have a reward system. It's one-time points per dollar spent. I value their points at 1 cent per point, or 1% back. So, not a very huge rewards program, but it's a secured card with a rewards program. So, great option there. When you look here, personnel and their family members. Now, how does this work? How can you get into one of these cards? This is going to explain it, but basically, you put up your collateral. Your collateral has to be at least $200. I really don't recommend putting up a huge amount of collateral because limit doesn't really matter for this card. It really doesn't even matter for unsecuring the card unless you're trying to get your card to unsecure to more than $2,000. Then you want to put more than $2,000 on the card. However, that can cause your card to take longer to unsecure. So that potentially could end up causing other problems in the long run. So you may just want to do the 200, let it unsecure, wait a while, and then go back for another card. Now, here, as you can see, Navy Fed has that 91.3 rule, and it kind of even holds true to their secured card. After 3 months, you could potentially be eligible for a upgrade or a credit limit increase, as we call it, CLI. This has been something that they brought in recently. It's new. It's not guaranteed. They may do it, they may not. However, that is potential. And then at 6 months, they review your account monthly. So once every month from 6 months on. Usually they start reviewing your account at 5 months, but they tell you 6 months, for safety. But at that point, they'll review your account, see, do they want to unsecure your account or do they want to leave it secured? If they want to unsecure it, then boom, you'll be unsecured. Usually if you put up 200, they usually give you like a $2,000 limit or so. Like I said, if you put up more than 2,000, it may take longer than 6 months to unsecure, but usually the card unsecures to whatever limit you put at that point. Sometimes they'll give you 1,000 or two over that. Features of this card: no rewards limit, so you don't have to worry about getting too many points, not being able to spend them, or having to force spend points or anything like that. There's no limit. Your points can be redeemed for cash, gift cards, and merchandise. Rental car coverage. A lot of people don't know that this card actually comes with this rental car coverage and cell phone protection if you're paying your cell phone bill, or if you're getting your rental cars off of this card. So that's something else you want to check out. Definitely click that learn more if you're on this page. Get into the things that your cards are offering. Those little nuances can save you or make you a lot of money. 24/7 access to reps, which is true. I mean, you can call these people Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever. They answer the phone. No balance transfer fees again. You can freeze and unfreeze your card, which is another thing that's great. Help from fraud. Help if you're sock drawing your cards or anything like that, to kind of make sure that nobody's using your card. 0% fraud liability, which is great. Purchase protection so that other people can't use your card. Fraud notifications. just in case just in case, it never hurts. It never hurts. Just in case, you never know what could happen or what could go wrong, and you want to have those notifications if something weird happens with your card. And then, of course, access to your FICO score in their portal. And then this is all gonna kind of get redundant from this point on. So should you be applying for this card? Is this a card that you should have in your wallet? Is this a card that you should be shooting for? If you want to establish a relationship with Navy Federal, then definitely this is a card to go for. If you have a stronger credit profile, or if you have extended time within the credit union, you've been with Navy Federal for 3 or more months, you may want to try their pre-qualification, see if you pre-qualify for something else, and then try to apply. If you apply for a regular card and get denied, go ahead and get the secured card. If you're starting out your credit and you're trying to build it, I even recommend their secured loan over necessarily getting the secured card. Maybe you get a secured card from a different bank, because remember, you can only get approved for 3 Navy Federal cards naturally. So with you only being able to be approved for 3 cards, you want to be able to maximize that. You want to be able to take full advantage of all 3 card slots, and you don't want to burn one of those to get the secured card. So you can build your credit elsewhere. If you need a credit, if you're building a profile, you may not want to get this NRewards card. You may want to get something else, depending on your game plan. Maybe you want something that doesn't give an increase. Maybe you just want something with a different bank, establish a relationship with that bank as well. You just want to find something that's going to suit you and fit you and work out for you, and what your goals are financially. Of course, if you want to build a relationship with Navy Federal, like I said, great card. It's a pretty all-around secured card. It does have a reward system, like I said, not the most competitive, but it does give you money back. 1 cent for every dollar that you spend. It is a really strong card if you're just starting out your credit. So definitely check this card out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.